This is the introduction to the string. Let us start with the string handling. The string handling, as we know that the default package of Java is java.lang. This package holds a library class that is known as Java Class Library, which is in short known as JCL. So in this Java class library, we are basically having two of the classes, character wrapper class and string class. Under character wrapper class, character data type and its functions are declared, which helps us to manipulate with the character data type values. And under the string class, it allows to create objects. Object means the variables where we store the value for the string class. Therefore, the set of characters written in double quotes is called a string. So we know how to declare the strings. Strings are written inside the double quotes, whereas characters are written under single quote. So each character is manipulated with the character wrapper classes, and each string is manipulated with the string class. Since string class is a class, it is always written in the capital string. S will be always in capital. We know that the primitive data types are written with small letter, and Java is a case sensitive language. So it is very important to understand that why string S is a capital letter, though we use it like a normal declaration of the variable. Many of the students understand that it is a data type, but string is not a data type. It is a name of a class which is present in Java class library, and this Java class library is present in java.lang. Since the lang package is a default package of Java, so we do not need to import this package in our program, and we directly make use of string classes. That's why we write string S as capital. You always remember system S, string S, these all are written always in capital letter S. Now we declare here string str equals to computer with the double quotes. So this literally means that the class is having an object str which is having a value computer. Now you see here the computer written like in capital letter and computer written in small letter. This is the value which we are passing to the object str or str1. So it can be in capital or small, no problem. But the declaration of the string always S will be in capital. In our normal term we say str1 as a variable, but actually it is a literal, it is a object created for the class string. Further, when we proceed, we see that the string literals cannot be used in any arithmetical calculation. Like we cannot say computer plus computer equals to some result. So any arithmetical operators cannot be used with string. We are having an plus used. Now this plus here is not arithmetical plus, but it is used as a string concatenator. It is used to join two strings. Like if I write computer plus computer, it will output computer computer in capital and then in small. Further we see about the string variable. Now the string variable, what is a string variable? The object that we create. So the string variable are named memory location. So you know that the variables are named memory location. So wherever we are storing the value of the string, it is called as string variable, and that memory is indicated or identified by the name of the variable. The string variable is used to store the set of characters. So we see here one example. String str1 equals to apple maker. Now we see the gap here. In the string, when we calculate the length of the string, the gaps are, or the white spaces present in between the string are also counted. So since we see that the apple maker is one string because it is enclosed inside a pair of a double quotes, each string character is having its memory location, just like as an array. So we say that the first memory location or the index value of the string character starts with 0 and it goes to n minus 1, where n is the size of the string. So we see here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is the white space which is present here in the string. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are the index location of the characters which is forming a string. Remember, the length of the string starts with 1, whereas the character index location starts with 0. We further proceed towards the working in the string and we see the default value of the string. The default value of the string is either the empty double quotes or it is double quote /u 0000 inside the quotes. Assigning a string. So how to assign the value to the string? The first method is the direct assignment that we usually use to do in our programming. The string constant is directly assigned to a string variable as string send equals to I am understanding string. Now you can see here the double quotes which is including or enclosing multiple of characters, also the white spaces. So white spaces are also the part of this string. The second method is assignment by using the new keyword. We have already seen the use of new. The keyword new help us to dynamically allocate the memory, and this is done when we create the object. So here we are passing the string value with the constructor. So it says it allows user to assign a string object with a string variable by using new keyword with the help of constructor. Now we see here string is a class, str is the object, equals to new string. This is a constructor where we are passing a value construction. Now you see, instead of directly writing string str equals to construction inside a double quote, we can also write like this by making use of keyword new. This is very clear that it is str is an object that is created and it is getting the value from the constructor and the value is construction. The same line can also be written as string s1 equals to test paper. So this is a normal string which is having a value, s1 is having a value test paper. Then string str equals to new string s1. So instead of writing test paper here, we are passing the variable name s1, or we can say that the object s1 which is storing its value to str. The third way that we can see here, by default string data type creates a character array to store the set of characters in different cells. So we see that the char ch is an array which is having characters CLASS. When we pass this array into the constructor string, so string str equals to new string ch, it behaves like string str equals to class. So these characters combine together to form a string. So literally if we explain this, then each array of the character is having in the cell values as CLASS, and we know that the first cell of the array is having the index location of 0. That's why when we say any string, say here a class, so the first value of the C, index value of the C will be 0. We take any example. Let us come back to I am understanding string. Actually, it is also in a form of array. Like we say that each is storing in one cell. So each cell will have its own index location. That is the reason why I will have the index value of 0. If we see the length of this array here, we will count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 and 26. The dot will be also counted. So the index location will start from 0 and it will go till n minus 1. The next important thing is the next example that we will see. This is also one way of passing the value to the string. Suppose a array is declared with the value INDIA. It is a character type array. And when we are forming a string with this character type array, we are passing the value ch, 2, 3. This means that from the character array ch, from the second index location, pass 3 characters from here, or third till 3 more characters. So we'll see this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So from 2 to 3 more characters, it means 1, 2, 3. So the result will be DIA as a string. So we see that the output we are getting is DIA as a string object, and it is stored in the string object str. The next is input in a string. So we know that we can take input in a string by using the scanner class, and for that we have to first declare the object of the scanner class. So here sc is declared, and then we will pass a sentence, and we can take input either by making use of sc.next or sc.nextLine. Next is used to accept only one word. It do not accept white spaces. Whereas nextLine is used to accept more than one word, and it also accepts a white space. Further, when we see the second method is to by making use of console, that is input stream reader. So for that we have to declare the buffer, and then we make use of br.readLine, where br is the object of the buffer, and readLine accepts a multiple of characters including the white spaces. The third method is in a form of array. So we declare a string as an array, and then we take input of a number of characters. So we declare here str as a array string str as a array, and we pass the str, that is a value size of the str, as 10, and we take input of 10 values in this. So this is the introduction of the string. In the next video, we will start with the character functions and the string functions. Thank you.